Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved immortal beings, and good-looking people. You'll be good-looking, always looking for and finding the good. We found good in abundance because you have tuned in consciously and conscientiously to Eye on Las Vegas with your humble host, Barry Shore, the ambassador of joy. Notice I didn't say the ambassador of joy. The ambassador of joy. And you tuned into the show for one reason only. It's the best reason in the whole world because you care the most in the entire world about you. Y-O-U. And that's great because when you become the best you make the world a better place. You build more bridges of harmony. You create more joy, happiness, peace, and love in the world. And we're going to have so much fun today. It's just such a treat to be able to share people who love what they do and something that they do makes a difference in people's lives. So I'm just going to before we bring on our wonderful guest, wonderful Dana, I'm just going to make mention to everybody. I live in Henderson, Nevada now. I immigrated here about 5 years ago from Venice Beach, California, and we're really happy to be here. So Henderson is just in the shadow of Las Vegas. So when I mention Las Vegas, 2 words, people's eyes open up, ears open up, they lean in and say, tell me more, because Las Vegas is equal to energy and excitement and all kinds of wondrous ideas and things. I want to give you a data point about Las Vegas. It's so fascinating. If you take the entire population of New York City and everybody who lives around it, the entire population of Chicago and everybody who lives around it, the entire population of Los Angeles and everybody who lives around it, add in the entire population of the state of Florida, it doesn't equal the number of people that come to Las Vegas in a year. 41 plus million people come here every year. Why? Because it's a place of energy, electricity, and wondrous things, interesting things. And you're going to learn about something right now that is just so down home, so fun, so good. Please welcome our fabulous Dana Piatt. And Dana's going to talk to us about something I discovered with my grandsons and my sisters on a recent trip here when they came from out of town. And it's called Lion Habitat Ranch, LHR for the cognoscenti. So Dana, first of all, welcome. Say hello to 521,917 people around the world.
Hi, everybody. That's a lot
Dana,
of people.
Dana is representative of the people that work at Lion Habitat. Everybody is dedicated to this proposition that all beings need to live in harmony in the world. Is that fair to say, Dana?
That's one way to put it for sure.
Okay, good. So let's ask the simple question. We have something called Lion Habitat Ranch. And I can tell everybody, there's real lions here, big lions, male, alpha, and female. And we have exotic birds, and we have it's a place that you need to come and visit. It really is something I don't care if you came here for a convention, if you came here to gamble, you came here to do whatever you wanted to do. You must make time to go to Lion Habitat Ranch. So I'm going to ask you, Dana, the simple question. Why is LHR so special?
I think it's really special because there's not a lot of animal stuff in the Vegas area right now. There's still some places to go see animals, but I know there's, the draw of Vegas is the lights and the gambling and the shows. But we offer something a little different. It's, a little slower paced. It's not so loud and in your face, but the lions can definitely be loud and the birds can be loud. But if you're looking for like a different change of pace of what you expect from Vegas, we offer a lot of education opportunities. You definitely leave here learning something new that maybe you didn't know when you first walked in. And we're really trying to make sure that education leads to like inspiring people to want to conserve nature and the animals out in the wild too.
Okay, so let's talk about people and animals. So first of all, when we say it's Lion Habitat Ranch, I want people to understand that you can get really close to the lions. However, what you cannot do is walk into the cage and be with lions, because that would be dumb. These are still lions. Lions do what lions need to do. They eat meat, and they're not fuzzy little creatures that you have around the house. So what is it about Lion Habitat Ranch that really is special? Like you said, not a lot of animal things in the Vegas area, maybe outside of what people's purview of thought of Las Vegas is. And yet it really is represented, in my opinion, of what Las Vegas is. Las Vegas is raw, it's out there, it's interesting. There's always something new to learn. And I can tell you, I not only did I learn a lot, the experience of being so close to the animals and having the people who work there, like you, Dana, who care so much and love to share stories. So tell us what it means to be able to be close to the animals themselves and then help people, especially kids and people who act like kids, when
There's
they
no
first
age
see.
limit on enjoying the lion.
Right. So, I mean, first of all, what is a lion? I mean, are these African lions?
Yeah.
And most lions come from Africa, right? Not Asia.
Most lions are found in Africa. There are Asiatic lions, so there are some lions still found in some small parts of India, but they're pretty endangered. They don't cover nearly as much space and habitat as they used to. And then even lions in Africa, their historical range is much greater than what their current range is.
So the lions that we have, I say we because we love lion habitat range. These are lions that we brought in from the wild, or they were born in captivity.
Most of our lions were born here, or they came from another facility when they were younger. So at this point, across the country, most lions you see are going to have been born in human care. Most animals you see in zoos and aquariums will have been born in human care. There's cases where they might have been from the wild. A lot of times those are rescue and rehabilitated animals that can't be re-released for any number of reasons. Or if there's animals that are at risk of like becoming extinct, they will sometimes pull individuals from the wild to manage their breeding to try to help those numbers rebound and then look at ways of re-releasing them too. So it really depends on like the species and what's going on with them. But most of our lions were either born here or were from another facility when they were younger and were born in the United States.
Okay. Oh, these are American citizens. Very nice. Now, we're talking about lions. Lions are large. How big in terms of size and pound are the male lions and then the female lions?
Male lions can usually be between 400 and 500 pounds. Some really big male lions can be 600 pounds. Those are, averages. We do have some outliers. One of our male lions is only about 360 pounds, which is still big. But for a male, he's on the smaller side. So most of our males are in that 400 to 500 pound range.
So
For females,
that's big, 400 to 500. Yeah. Okay.
Females are often closer to maybe like 300 pounds. Some might swing a little lighter. Some might swing a little heavier. Everyone's an individual. So kind of like with people too, you have like averages and then individual variances too.
So it's really fascinating to me when I was there with, again, my grandsons, and I was there with my sisters and their daughters and such. We were there, obviously you get there to certain times and feeding times. And you and your cohorts are feeding them horse meat.
Yes.
Because they eat, they're not vegetarians. They eat meat, and they eat a lot of meat.
Yes.
And it's fascinating because you get really close. The plexiglass is there. I mean, you're really up close and personal with this magnificent creature that everybody knows what a lion is. However, when you get to be that close to it, it makes a difference, doesn't it?
It does. We get that. That's like one of our biggest comments we get from guests is that they've never been this close to a lion before. And it definitely changes something about like if there's a difference between seeing them on TV or seeing them from a distance versus when they're right up there next to you and you can really get a feel for how big and powerful and amazing they are. Because I was that kid and I'm still that adult too who goes to other zoos and aquariums. And when you have an animal that you've never seen before, that all of a sudden it's right there next to you and you can really look at it, it can change a lot in your life.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a quick personal story and then I'm going to ask you a question. So the quick personal story is when I was growing up in a place called Boston, Massachusetts, I was privileged. I didn't realize at the time, but I was privileged I started riding a bicycle at the age of 6. So at the age of 6, 7, 8, and 9, we lived across the street. It was a big street from the Franklin Park Zoo. Now, the Franklin Park Zoo is pretty famous in America. It's a big zoo. And we lived across the street from it. Now, this goes back into the 1950s, way before your parents were born, even. So the point is that I got to ride my bicycle into the zoo because it was free in those days as a kid every single day. And I got close. I could still smell the lion cages, and they had an area to walk, and the elephants and the tigers. I mean, up close and personal. So my question, very simple, is, and I think I know the answer, why don't we have any tigers as an example? Is it really just a matter of cost, or is it a whole different world?
Well, it's more so why our lions are here in like the first place. So our lions are the ones who used to go to the MGM Hotel back in the day. So some people who are very familiar with Vegas might know this. Up until 2012, the MGM Hotel on the Strip had a really big lion exhibit. They had like a whole waterfall feature. There was like a glass bridge over it, and you could walk under, and the lions might be laying above you. So those were our lions. They never lived at the hotel. They lived here and like would go to work once or twice a week. So tigers and lions are very similar, just from the history of MGM Hotel, the lions. Many of our lions are related to one of those MGM lions that opens the movies with the roaring. Kind of is all combined as like why it's the lions here versus some other cat species.
Okay, now I assume elephants are just prohibitive in cost.
They need a lot of space too. So cost and space would be a big factor for elephants. Elephants are a big animal.
Elephants are big. Now, when we went there, unfortunately, the giraffe that we used to have passed away. And a giraffe also takes up a lot of space and, big and such. However, we're not going to get a new giraffe pretty soon, I assume.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff kind of above my pay grade. And also, like, my manager and owner have been working on that a lot. It's we have to go through Clark County. It's a lot of technicalities and stuff. So we're kind of doing everything on our end. And then at a certain point, we've covered all of our bases, and then we're kind of left out their time frame and decisions and stuff. So
okay, I want to shift to something. We're going to go to a break in just a little bit. I want to begin the process. What do you, Dana, because you don't just work there, this is your life. You love this whole process called being involved with wildlife, with animals, especially lions. What do you want people to experience? And by the way, we urge everybody, if you're going to come to Las Vegas, make time to go to Lion Habitat Ranch. What do you want people to experience?
I mean, we have so much to offer. Throughout the year, we do a lot of events as well. But even if you come on like a non-event day, weekend day, whatever, we're always doing stuff. So we offer the chance to see the lions and other animals getting fed. That's a great way to see them up close. During your visit, we do a lot of enrichment or training sessions. We'll do it with the lions, the emus and ostriches, the tortoises. We talk about our parrots a lot. So definitely want people to get a chance to see all of the animals highlighted, because yes, we have a lot of lions, and obviously I love lions too, but our parrots are really special. Our tortoises are really special. Our emus and ostriches are really special. And I really hope after people come, they learn something that they didn't know about the animals, and they also understand why we want to make sure that our animals, they're very spoiled lives. They don't have to worry about finding food, shelter. They get air conditioning in the summer. They get heat in the winter. There's no risk of habitat loss or poaching for them. So they live a very safe, cushy life. Their wild counterparts aren't so lucky. So we hope that if you fall in love with our animals here, you'll want to take little or big steps to protect their counterparts out in Africa and South America and Australia, where all of the respective species are found.
This is wonderful. We're going to go to a quick break, and we wouldn't have these commercial breaks if we didn't think they're worthy of your time and attention. We vet the people that sponsor us and such. So we'll be right back with more Dana. Don't go away, because this is so wonderful. Good day. Beautiful, bountiful, beloved immortal beings, and good-looking people. Maybe you're good-looking, so they're always looking for and finding the good in life. That's a good-looking person. Our cup runneth over with good. Her name is Dana, and she is giving us insight into what you can experience at Lion Habitat Ranch. Again, I don't care what your age is. If your age is only 6 or 7 and you want to hitch a ride and come out there, or if your age is 67 or 97, you should go to Lion Habitat Ranch because it's really an experience and not just a visit. It's an experience. Let's talk quickly about some of the other animals that you have, which you mentioned, the tortoises, the
Yeah.
ostrich, the emu, the parrots, wow, and the exotic birds. It's just so fabulous. Again, it's a different entire process that is worth time invested to get close, to smell what's going on and to see and feel. So Dana, let's just play a little bit with, like you said, our ostriches are fine. Or the emu. So most people never heard of an emu, EMU. Look it up. Or an ostrich, you think you know what it is. And when you get close to looking at these, you realize, wow, ostriches, they're big and powerful.
Yes, they're the largest species of bird, and then the emus are the second largest species. So we have the largest and second largest. And we also have our basket of biofacts. So usually when you first come in, you're going to see the emus and ostriches. They're right up front. And then we'll often have our biofact basket that has like feathers and lion hair, things we can let you touch. We also have an emu egg and ostrich egg in that basket. So not only do you get to see the emus and ostrches, you can see what their eggs look like. And really, they're big. It gives you an appreciation for those birds.
One egg makes an omelet to feed 6 people. Okay.
More or less, yeah.
And the tortoises, I mean, let's be blunt. Everybody knows what a tortoise is until you see how massive they are. Yes.
We have 7 sulcata tortoises, African spurred tortoises, and we talk a lot about the pet trade with them and with our parrots because all 7 of the tortoises we have were pet surrenders. So that means people had them as pets for different reasons, couldn't keep them, couldn't care for them, XYZ. And we were able to help out in their cases and give them a home so they didn't have to get passed around to multiple people. But because, we got them from those cases, we do talk to people a lot about doing your research before you get a tortoise, because like you said, people think they know what a tortoise is. And depending on what species you're familiar with, you have an idea, but we have the 3rd largest species of tortoise in the world. The guys that we have, they can get up to 200 pounds in their life. And none of them are there yet, so they're still growing.
Right. If you're making tortoise soup, you better have a big, big pot. Now, I want to speak about the people who work here with you, your friends, because we're not talking just about people. Again, we're talking about people dedicated, people who've been to schools, specialized schools. I remember speaking to the nice lady, I think her name is Angel, who took a special course in California, one of only 2 schools in the country, and how you work with species, endangered species, and talking with parrots. And so let's talk a little bit about the boids.
Yeah, we have, so in addition to the emus and ostriches, because those are birds too, we do have our parrots as well. We have as well 5 parrots that were pet surrendered to us. So again, they're very common in the pet trade, unfortunately, just because sometimes people can't keep them. And then we also have some parrots who came from another facility about just over 10 years ago that had to close down. So we have a little mix of rescue parrots. We have cockatoos, macaws. We have an African gray parrot. They all are their own personality. Some are really boisterous and lively. And if you hang out and like talk to them a lot or you play music for them, they'll start dancing or interacting. Some of them might be a little harder to impress. A lot of them are doing training, learning different behaviors. So they're a lot of fun to show off because you can show off just like how smart they are and how much they can learn, and highlight, the stuff that they're facing too, that we want to make sure people are learning about and how they can help them.
So I want to make mention of 2 things here. Number 1, I urge everybody all the time, share this with 5 people. You want to share it with 50 or 100, that's great. You should. But at least 5 people that you're close to, family, friends that you care about, because this is fabulous stuff. You don't hear about the Lion Habitat Ranch in the Las Vegas area every day. So share it with 5 people because we have a worldwide audience. Therefore, we'll touch 2.5+ million people. Number 2, everything is in the show notes. So when you want to say, I want to help out, I want to donate money, feel free to do that. And we're talking about pet surrender. So like if we get this word out there, there are lots of people that may want to surrender their pets. I had some friends when we were living in Venice Beach. They had a very large home and property, and they had two emus, which they ended up surrendering
Mhm.
because there's only so much time you can keep them and such like that. So the point of it is that there's just so much to be done with Lion Habitat Ranch. It is a treasure. You hear this? It's a treasure right here in a place called Las Vegas, and it's easy to get to, and it's fun, and everybody should be going there. Where you're coming with your family, just coming by with a convention, coming by yourself, just come and experience this because Dana is emblematic of the people who work there. You care, is that correct, Dana? You care,
A lot. We all care a whole lot.
right? Because we're dealing with animals, and mentioning you and the people you worked with, you all recognize the fragility of the ecosystem and about animals. And our Earth needs animals in a protected environment, whether still in the wild or in captivity. Well, I almost don't like the word captivity or zoo. However, I like the word ranch better. In other words, this is a place.
Human care is a good one too.
Yes, it's very important what you just said. So I want to know for you, Dana, personally. By the way, I came up with an acronym for your name. May I
Oh,
share
boy.
it with you?
Sure.
Dana, Dana. You ready?
Yeah.
Doing amazing nature awareness.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
Well, I
Never
got
had
it from
that
you.
acronym before.
I was listening to you. Doing amazing nature awareness. That's Dana. Right. And that's the people that I met at Lion Habitat Ranch. And it's so encouraging to know that there is a special place that people can go to experience something that is not usual. Again, let's be blunt. Gambling, sex, shows, Las Vegas is a place that it's the entertainment capital of the world today. It's not just about gambling. It shows. It's stuff that you can't get anywhere else. Well, guess what? Lion Habitat Ranch is very much like that. Am I right? I mean, we have
Yeah.
lions that paint.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
You heard that right. You said it right. Yeah, we have a painting lion. His name's Benny. He's a much better artist than I'll ever be. And he, depending on the day, you might get to see him paint. We do have video of him painting too. He is a cat, so he's not going to necessarily paint every day. He does need his days off, but he'll do paw print painting or finger painting because he can't hold a brush. And he'll walk back and forth through his paint and onto his canvas paper, and then we frame it. And it's all different sizes available in the gift shop. We have keychains and then different size frame photos. We can take custom orders. He's been working on some other items too that we'll see if we roll them out over the next year or so. But he's a very talented artist.
So I want to ask you, when you say he paints, do you think that he's aware that he's doing something? In other words, he may do his paw painting. Is he doing it? I don't mean consciously. Well, maybe he is conscious that he's actually expressing something when he's painting.
If I'm honest, I'm not going to go that far. Depending on the species of animal, some animals that learn how to paint definitely have like a style to them. Benny is more of I'm walking through my stuff, I'm getting my snacks, this is awesome. Okay, we're done. And we're like, thank you so much for your contribution. I've worked with parrots before that know how to paint. And the parrots I've worked with, they all had like their own different style of painting. Some of them would like close their eyes and do like wispy strokes of a paintbrush. Others would like very chaotically just do the brush all over whatever we were painting. So depending on the species, you will see some that kind of have a style of art that they do.
I love this parrot painting also. So for me, especially, it was really very touching because one of my two grandsons, his name is Benny. So we showed him Benny the lion painting. Yeah. I mean, he's 6 years old. And he says, I can do that. And it was that he was really connecting on a visceral level. Well, that's Benny the lion. And so me, it's just, and I think that's part of what I found so wonderfully loving and caring about the ranch. That it's very people oriented, obviously very animal oriented, and that the expression of creating an environment that is beneficial to all, like you said, it's really a teaching environment to enable and encourage people to be aware of, look at the world, look how wonderful it is, and look at what you're doing. These are all rescued animals, essentially.
More or less. The lions, again, some of them used to go to the MGM Hotel, so now they're just kind of, this is like their retirement home. They get to work from home now. People get to come see them here. And then the other animals, for sure, with either pet surrenders or from other facilities that couldn't keep them. Even our guard dog is a shelter dog. So we have a nice little animal family here.
It's truly one, and the humans are part of the family. In other
And
words,
the humans too.
yeah, because everybody is there. You're there because you care, not because I'm going to work here. I want to get some money. I'm there because I care. And that's really something special. How long has the ranch been around?
It's been here since 1989. We've been open since the end of 2012. So
Okay, so what happened between 89 and 2012?
the lions were going to the hotel.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, the idea was you see the lions up at the hotel, and then this was like their home, and then they would go to work.
Oh,
Well, yeah, they had
Okay,
they had a very good work-life balance. I still haven't found as good of a work-life balance.
this is so much fun. So it's basically 14 years since they've been officially retired, and now the ranch is open for the public. So we're only, as opposed to the 30 years prior to that, where they would get picked up and go to work and
come back. I mean, they get to sleep on the job both ways too. They sleep 18 to 20 hours a day. So
yeah, I want people to understand this. How long do male lions sleep?
I mean, so it's males and females. They can sleep 18 to 20 or more hours a day.
Even the females?
Yeah, about the same. It doesn't depend on age.
In the wild, do females sleep less, or they sleep also the same?
No, it's in the wild and in human care. Big cats in general, so lions, tigers, leopards, jaguars, they are very large. Like you mentioned, they're not vegetarians, they're very large carnivores. So it's a lot of energy for their body to function. So they need to sleep and rest a lot to conserve energy. They also don't hunt super well. So when they do go hunting, there's a lot of misses, there's a lot of coming back with nothing. So they need to rest to recuperate. And then when they do eat, they eat a whole bunch of food. So it's like Thanksgiving times 100, and then they're going to sleep that off for several days. So there's a lot of factors.
Everybody here. So I just, again, I think everybody knows this intellectually. It's the female that does the hunting in the wild.
Most of it, yeah.
Does a lot of eating, but both of them sleep a lot because, as you pointed out so easily and gently, but it's true, just because you go out hunting doesn't mean you come back with anything.
No, not for big cats in general. It's 10 to 30% of the time, give or take. So there's a lot of times they come back, they go out to hunt and they don't catch anything.
Did you hear that, everybody? 10 to 30%. I want to put in perspective because we're going to come to a close on our time together. Those of people who are listening who are in business and you're going after big business, understand big cats, the big lions, they only are successful 10 to 30% of the time. So don't think just because you're a human that you're going to be more successful than a big lion, a big cat. So put it in perspective. So I want to say, first of all, thank you, Dana, to you and to the other people at the ranch for making the time to do this. I'm sorry to say we're coming to a close on our time together. I have 3 quick questions for you. You ready?
Let's go.
Number 1, will you come back again?
Oh, sure. If you'll have us, sure.
Absolutely. Thank you. Number 2, wonderful Dana. Remember, Dana stands for Doing Amazing Nature Awareness. You have 80 seconds only to answer this question. What is your most fervent desire?
Oh, gosh. I guess to be happy.
Right.
To be happy in all aspects.
Okay.
Content.
You know something? That's a very big desire, isn't it?
Like it
It
encompasses, it's simple, but it encompasses a lot.
very yes, because you work a lot. Very good. And number three, may I give you a hug in front of 528,917 people around the world?
Sure.
Okay, let me tell you what HUG stands for. Heartfelt, unlimited giving. One, two, three. Remember, you're listening to I in Las Vegas with your humble host, Barry Shaw, the ambassador of joy, fabulous Dana, doing amazing nature awareness. And we're here for you. Remember, this show is about you becoming the best you. And have a blessing from wonderful Dana and Barry. That is, go forth, live exuberantly, spread the seeds of joy, happiness, peace, and love. Go mad. Go make a difference. Dana, don't go away.